Leos. What do we have for my Leos? Let's take a quick peek. Here we go. For Leo, we start with Temperance. We go to the Nine of Wands. Leos could be feeling quite a bit of healing energy. That could be wonderful. Leo could also be like, I don't know, there's a very athletic physique both on both of these cards. We have like a possibly a ballerina or somebody in gymnastics. We have runners on the other card. So it could be that Leo's has, like, let's say it's mental agility that has been taking shape in their life, or physical agility, but it feels like Leo's coming into some kind of just wonderful peace and balance right now. We have the moon in the reverse. Moon in the reverse speaks of somebody who's actually pretty, something is obvious now. Something's coming to the surface. Leo, I don't know if this is Leo or if it's somebody else. We could have a Sag or a Pisces that is realizing Leo is the love of their life. I say that because we don't actually have Leo anywhere here yet. Okay? I mean, we literally have maybe the Nine of Wands could be Leo, but that's it. Everything else here is other. So Leo, is this somebody realizing without a shadow of a doubt, Leo's always been the love of their life? Ten of Cups, yes. Who is this? Who is this? And when I say who is this, we'll still leave it open. Maybe this is Leo recognizing something, or maybe this is somebody else. But let me just keep it broad and say, who is this? Who is this? We've got the Action of Cups sideways. There's somebody who once upon a time felt the feels, but then kind of questioned stuff or didn't know how to move forward. Nine of Wands again. Hang on. My eyes were drawn over to this other deck anyway, and now here we go. Let's get it. Who are you? Are you a fellow fire sign or are you a water sign? Justice and the Ace of Cups. Right now, when I keep saying, who is this? It could be a Libra. It could be somebody that for all of their delays and going toward Leo, it may have been simply because they thought they were busy healing from stuff. And that kind of like, they gave themselves extra permission to say, well, I'm not going to go to the castle and pursue things with a Leo, no matter how much I care about him, because, I'm waylaid by these wounds that I still have. The thing is, what I think they realize is they basically put their perception of what they were still busy working on at the forefront of everything. And it, even though they actually did love Leo, their feelings for Leo like really paled by comparison, where they didn't feel the need to like be there for Leo. Like, when we love somebody, we tend to then care about their well-being. We care about being there for them. We care about what their life is made up of. We think of like their life as important, their happiness, their dreams, all those things. And I'm going to say that this person could be a feminine Libra, just based off of what we see here, or this is simply Lady Justice. Here they showed up as a masculine. Here they show up as a feminine. But I'm going to say that this is somebody who just, even though they loved Leo, it wasn't nearly as important as their perceived wounds that they were still dealing with. Now, of course, that could have been all legitimate, but even in their own eyes, they say it's not. It's not fair. Why do you say there was something very karmically imbalanced here in this story? Five of Cups. Seven of Swords. For some reason, they decided to say, even if I'm hurting Leo and leaving Leo way out here in the cold, it's okay. I'm allowed to like lie about that to myself and act like it's not my fault. So wait a second. You think that you did hurt Leo? Four of Cups in the reverse. I would say this is like undoubtedly they can't. I think they were living in an illusion where it's like, hey, it doesn't matter, it's not my lookout that the way I'm treating Leo could be causing them to be out there on their own. It doesn't really matter. And that's not something that they can, pretend anymore. Certainly not now that we have that Page of Swords. This is, like they're definitely absorbing some lessons. They're learning some stuff right now. We have the World card upright, Capricorn energy. Their mind has had a reset in it. They have had a reset. They can't unknow what they now know. Can I go back for just a second? Let me just ask, what was the deal with the Seven of Swords there? Four of Wands and the Hanged Man sideways. It's so weird because it's like maybe they lied to Leo as well, but they knew that they like wanted to be with Leo long term, but maybe they even said it to Leo. They said that they wanted to marry Leo, but in truth, they knew even when they said it that they had no like genuine intention of when that was going to happen. This person, they're such a weird blend, okay? They're a weird blend of, I don't know how important this is, except I know that it's really important and I'm in love with Leo, but I don't know when I'm ever going to get around to making Leo any real priority in my life. They're just now coming around to like, that was so messed up that I did that. I lied to myself for a long time. And I also told Leo lies. I told Leo I wanted to marry them, but then I didn't actually put anything into action. And I wanted to pretend like that wasn't my fault, that I have said things that would have hurt Leo, not followed through, also been kind of like, I say things, but I don't really think that I should have to. I feel like this is somebody who can say things that they actually do feel. I love Leo. Leo, I want to marry you, all those things. And at the same time, then they just kind of like erase it as if, well, yeah, I said those things. I didn't say I was going to do them though. So I can literally just get away with saying stuff that you don't normally say things that serious, right? If you don't mean them. But this person kind of like, seems like they gave themselves these loopholes, and also for the longest time anyway, tried to give themselves some out like, well, it's not my fault if Leo is, now feels way out in the cold. Like I told them I loved them, wanted to marry them, and then rejected the hell out of them. It's not my problem how Leo feels about that. And that's bull. And they know that. It's so weird that this person did this. The Devil, the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Too wrapped up in their own toxicity to actually give to anybody else. But can I go back? Because all of this says they are having this huge sense of peace in this clarity, crystal clear awareness, like Leo is my Two of Cups. Leo is my Ten of Cups. They're having this amazing moment of clarity, but then we go backwards in time and we're like, yeah, but they always knew it. They even said all this before and then took zero action. But now they're like, oh my God, it's so clear to me now. Like I've always loved Leo, wanted to be with Leo. I have this sense of peace about it. I'm so aware that I belong with them. But we still have that other Nine of Wands here. What is this other? I mean, this time it says the finish line is ahead. Two of Cups in the reverse. It feels like they are so aware that like Leo's over them at this point, and Leo's absolutely certain that there's what's finished is Leo doesn't see them as a Two of Cups. And they're like, oh my God, I've never been more clear. I've never been so certain. Leo is my Two of Cups. Let me confirm that, because that seems so contradictory. Like I don't quite get why they're figuring this out now, and then there's this weird sense of peace about something. let me ask, how do you think Leo views you right now, character? Six of Swords, like they're peaceful without me and they're moving beyond me. Okay. So I'm going to say then that Two of Cups in the reverse, you are aware that this whole thing has played out and Leo's done with you at this point, most likely. We have the Temperance sideways. They can feel that Leo has a new sense of peace about them. They believe Leo has drifted so far away from them and this whole mess. And Leo, they may say Leo has no real sense of knowledge about anything other than they can let this go now. You notice how this is a Temperance card, but she carries two glasses, like the Two of Cups on the Temperance. Temperance always has like pouring one beverage into another decanter, but here I'm just struck a little bit more as if it's another image of a Two of Cups. And they said, I'm finally done with all these wounds that I let become front and center, and I'm getting peaceful, and I'm so sure that Leo's the love of my life, and I'm also so sure that Leo is sure that I'm not for them. And that's where their mind is at. But for the longest time, they thought that it didn't matter, that they had said things to Leo. Can I just ask, how did you treat Leo in the past? Because this is very confusing. Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. They left Leo high and dry, and it didn't matter if Leo wanted to give to them, they rejected it. They may have even treated Leo like they didn't have anything to offer. And they may have treated Leo like Leo was their karmic, like Leo was trying to hang on to them. The world, with this, like they see it through this different lens now. I'm trying to figure this out. Did you try to leave Leo completely? Is that what you did? Knight of Swords very abruptly. Okay, so they did something really swift to Leo. High Priestess in the reverse. The Lovers. Did you try to ruin things with Leo on purpose and go to somebody else so that it would be like, see, I'm not going to be with Leo? Because the Lovers can be a card of choice. Hanged Man in the reverse. I'm thinking that's what they did on purpose to destroy things with Leo. I don't understand. Five of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Page of Swords. It was like the only way that they could really close a door with Leo. They left Leo in an instant and they ran off in a different direction intentionally to make it in their mind so they could say, see, I let Leo go so Leo can move on happily without me. They'll miss me for a little bit, but then they'll just go on without me. And this is a terrible, terrible character and a terrible story. There's so much wrong with this, and I don't even know why we're getting this story. This is not one that I want to even tell, because honestly, this person has no real business, I don't think, in Leo's world at this point. And it's so strange. We're seeing all this contradictory, like now they just know, oh, Leo's my person. But what they did in this story was so awful. Leo, where is Leo at? Let's just ask where Leo is, because all of this madness that played out in this other person's head, honestly, that's a them issue. I hope Leo has moved on. We have a Six of Cups. We have the Hierophant. Leo has moved on. In fact, Leo's over here dancing, and they know that there's a lot of soulmates in this world. Leo also got pretty strong clarity from their higher self. Look, in life, sometimes you got to move on. I don't know if Leo has recently started to sense that there's somebody else out there for them. They could have actually like literally gotten like letters of somebody's name. that keep showing up. And let me see if I can see this at all. C, F, O, B. I don't know. Those letters might be important. We have Temperance. We have the Ten of Cups. Leo did not sit in any more pain. I mean, maybe they did for a period of time, but where Leo is right now is amazing. We may have a strong Taurus or a Sag coming in. You know, we've seen this Temperance card a bunch. We've also seen the Two of Cups a bunch, but on their side. I think that this person who was very confusing, that person from the past was very, very confusing. Maybe they were a Libra, maybe they were a Capricorn, maybe they were a Sagittarius, maybe they were a Pisces. All of these weird games that they played in their own head to say, I want to be with Leo, but you know what? I'm not going to be ready anytime soon. So I'll end things with Leo. And to push Leo out of my life, I'll go drop Leo like a hot potato, intentionally go date somebody else, because that'll push Leo into, you know, their next chapter of life. Almost like they felt like they did this for Leo, only to now discover this was possibly the most insane and messed up thing they could have done, especially because they loved Leo, supposedly. If you can call that love. I don't know why they thought like shoving Leo out of my life is me loving them, but they kind of maybe at the time thought that's what they were doing, only now to discover that was completely wrong and that was really messed up. And what they did is they hurt Leo and disrespected Leo and left Leo high and dry, possibly at a very difficult chapter of Leo's own life. But they're getting their karma at this point, okay? While still saying, what I know is that I think Leo has moved on. I mean, the thing that I did, which was to shove Leo out of my life, I think it worked. I think Leo's moved on now. And what we see when we turn to Leo is well out of their reach, well out of their league at this point. Leo's happy. Leo's over here knowing that there's somebody very special on the horizon for them. There is a Ten of Cups that Leo is fast approaching. There's some kind of peace, some kind of joy, some kind of relationship on the horizon for Leo. And I see it coming. Seven of Pentacles, it's been a long time coming. This is just about to start to blossom. I feel like Libra got something similar. We have Eight of Cups, we have Ten of Wands. Leo is feeling some kind of vibe like, God, I think I'm on the right path here. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. We have that Justice card and we have the Nine of Wands. Leo is, I think, aware that they're also on the cusp of hearing from this person from their past, okay? They have always been the Justice card and that Nine of Wands. We see them again. And it's so strange because I think Leo has this weird feeling where it's like, I know I'm about to meet somebody new. For some reason, in the last few seconds, right before I connect with somebody new or right after I connect with somebody new, I have this bizarre feeling. I don't know where it's coming from because I don't have evidence of this, but I feel like they're about to show up, that person of my past. With that Moon card, that is intuition. That's things that have been hidden. I just feel like Leo's intuition is on point. But with the Eight of Swords, I almost feel like this is Leo more energetically blocking them. Normally it's a card of being stuck, but I feel like this is Leo blocking it, saying, deep down, do I really want to hear from them? Death card, King of Pentacles. No, I want somebody new. I want to let them. I feel like Leo's going to move in with somebody new very swiftly. I feel like whomever this new lover is, Leo is already sensing, I know I'm going to hear from that person in my past and it's going to jeopardize my ability to get with somebody totally different. What do I really want? I think this is Leo saying, I really want somebody new. And I think Leo has to make this decision because it's coming up really quickly where they're going to hear from a new person and that past, possibly Libra, all at the same time. And Leo has to be in a mindset to say, who do you want? Because it's coming in fast. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. Bye.